Stephen. Okay, I'm really pleased to be able to present the Dynalite Switch app. It's been out for a few weeks now. The team are already working on improvements, and yeah, let's jump straight into it. So you get the app, you go to your app store, you download the app, just search Dynalite Switch. Now both apps, Apple and Android, are developed in parallel, so the features are synchronized. So if there's a feature in one, it will be available in the other. When you open the app, it takes you to this page, which is a login page. Two options. You've got the demo, which is a demo file. You can run that without having an account. And then you've got Get Started, which you will then log in. So the user logs into their account. The first page they'll see is this one, which is Select a Project. Now, if they've only got the one project, obviously there'll only be one listed there. If they've got multiple projects, then they'll see all the projects they have been attached to here, and they can select one. Then when you select it, it will download it. So that once it's downloaded from the cloud, then you see the cloud icon, and the tick means that is the one that has been selected. So once you do that, you click the back arrow at the top, and it will take you to the home page. Now, there's not much going on the home page at the moment, but we will get to the macros and a thing called favorites in a minute. So the first thing there is connected. That is saying it's connected locally. So the app has gone through its Wi-Fi connection. It's put a call out. It's identified the gateway. It's recognized it from the project, and it has connected to it. If it doesn't do that on the Wi-Fi, then it will reach through the Wi-Fi to the cloud, or it'll go through your 5G to the cloud, and you will get your remote connection. So it will say that detail on the home page. Now, the first page I'm going to start with is Spaces. So just following on with the connectivity, you can see there I've highlighted in the top right, there's a tick box. That means that the project, the app is connected to the project. This is a list of spaces. Now you can have it a flat list like this, or you can group things into folders in System Builder, and then they will be visualized in folders here. Here you can see we've got multiple services. I'm getting information from the UI on the temperature, and I'm getting the status from the different services, from the lighting, from the HVAC, from the ceiling fans, from the drapery. If I go into one of those apps, you can see here, into one of those spaces, you can see in the dining room, there are my presets. I've got my channel level control. If I scroll down, I've got my services control for the different services. So everything in the one place here. Interestingly, we've got this pen icon. This is an edit icon. If you click on that, it will take you to this page. Now, clicking on any of these presets will open the preset editor. So here I can choose, I've got a tunable white icon here, well actually a color picker here, but we've got color picker, tunable white, or channel levels. I can edit the name of the preset here. As you can see, there's a pen at the top there for party, and if I say save, it will save that scene to the system, and it will save that scene in the app. If I go and then press sync, which I'll show you in a second, then that will sync that data back to the project file. So if you do have to open the project file in System Builder at a later date, that is the preset levels that you will see. As I said, the home page, it contains very little initially, but we can customize it. So here I'm talking about macros. Obviously, I click the Add Macro button. That will then take me to a page where I can name the macro. I can set its behaviors. So adding in actions, I've got multiple actions here. If I do record lighting scene, then I can select which areas are going to be involved in that macro. And I set the scenes for each of those areas. I say save. There is the list of the behaviors for that macro. And there it exists. So it's now on my page and I can build macros up there. The other thing I can do is add what are called favorites. If I go back to my edit buttons inside one of my areas, one of my spaces, and I click on that, we have these little star icons. If I click the star icon, then that will appear on my favorites page. And if I click the pen icon, I can edit this locally. So if I wanted to remove any of those at any point, I can do. I don't have to add all the scenes. So here in the garage, I've only added 2, but it will make them all visible. So the third page on the app is the settings. Here I can do a few things. I can change the project if I'm part of multiple projects. I can customize the appearance, which means I can change the home page image that's used in the background for the home page, or I can take a photograph, or I can use a photograph from a library, so I can personalize that home page. I can also choose the language. Currently we've got 13 languages on here. I can pick that. That will then change the language on the app. Remembering that, of course, scenes, area space names and channel names all come from the system builder file. So if they've already been done in the local language, then they will obviously match up. So that is a quick run through of the Dynalite switch. Download the app, explore with it. As I said, you can see the demo file, so you can test out what features are already in there. So the switch app, you create the project file, you upload the project file to the cloud, and then you can load it into the app. What you can also do with the project file, as many of you are probably already aware, is you can create areas as visible or hidden. If you go into an area and you set its properties category to hidden, then it will not be visible in the Dynalite switch app. Now you can do this for an individual area, or you can do this en masse, so you can select multiple areas at the same time and set that property, save that into the project file, save that into the cloud, and these areas will not be visible in the switch app. That's for areas that you're not necessarily going to want to need to control from the app. So you can also do that for individual scenes. Same thing, you go to the area, you select the scene that you want to hide away, and you set it to hidden, and then it is no longer visible in the app. Set it to hidden here, as you can see. And quick preview of the app here. For the garden, I made low hidden, and now you can't see it on the preset selector. Now, for setting up the user for the account, even if they're not using remote connectivity, the project file is in the cloud. They need to be able to load the file onto their device, which means that they need to have a My Dynalite app user account. So if you go into My Dynalite, go into your account, go to your projects, select the project that you're working on. You go to authorizations, and then you click add user, and you add the user as a mobile app user, and then that user will get an email telling them they've been added to the project, and if they don't already have an account, then they can set up an account here.